Okay, now on to the seafood boil itself. Now I'm cleaning my shrimps. I wash all of my meats. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. So now I'm washing my shrimps on the cold water. And trust me, I do get some crud off those seafood and any meat that you're gonna cook. So, okay, now I've done washing the shrimps. Now I'm going to wash the scallops. All seafood on the cold water. I'm washing the shrimps. Under cold water. Okay, now that all the scallops are washed, now I'm going to wash the crab claws, the crab legs, snow crab claws, for a better technical term. And I really get down with those crab claws because they do be filthy. They really do. There are dark spots on them anyway, but still. So now I've cleaned all of those. Now I'm going to start seasoning my water with lemon and onion and seafood boil pack that y'all know that bag you throw in there with beer. What else I put in that? Butter. I tried to lay off the sodium and everything because my seafood sauce is so full of seasonings. I try not to add any sodium in my boil. So I'm gonna, let me just say what I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook the potatoes first. Then I'm gonna add my corn. I'm gonna cook my vegetables first before I put my meat in. So I'm gonna cook the potatoes first and throw in the corn. Then I will take the potatoes out because that you don't want those to overcook because they would be mushy and you basically have creamed potatoes. You don't want that. And so just to rush this along. After that, I take the corn out when I take all the other take the shrimps and the crab claws out, you know, cause that to me really is not that tedious. And the potatoes, yes, you wash your potatoes because you're eating the peeling on the potatoes. So you wash your potatoes, you know. They were rinsed, but I'm going through them individually again to try to cleanse them even further. And I wish I would have had that strainer for my pot. I don't know where that pot is at. That way I could just put my potatoes in there and lift them all up at one time instead of me having to fish them out like I had to, you know, during the duration of this cooking battle of the potatoes. So. Okay, here I'm cleaning my corn. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I get corn, I always clean them because they have this little funky smell to them. If y'all don't clean y'all check it out next time you get some corn, which I hope y'all already clean it. But or wash it. Because they have that little funky odor to it when you buy them. And we had a lot of corn left too, so I wish I hadn't cooked all that corn, but you know, I knew it wasn't going to get eaten. So I add my chicken broth to it, more flavoring. Now that had sodium. That had sodium, and I knew I was going to put that in there with sodium. Sodium. What am I talking about? Sodium. Which is why I didn't add my salt and pepper in there, because I knew that right there was going to be loaded with sodium. You know. Yeah. So now here I am fishing out my potatoes. Yeah. Once they're done, they're more easier to, that's when you can really tell when those potatoes are done, because they get to floating. Notice when you first put them in, they're sunk to the bottom, but if you will let them start floating to the top, as well as the corn, you know they're done, you know. So when they start floating, you can pretty much grab them. And here, that's when I got all of my potatoes out. Now I'm adding the crab claws in. Because those, you really don't have to. Next time, I won't put my crab claws in the boil. I'll just throw those puppets in the oven like I normally do, is put them in the oven because they're already done. So when I did that, I really think I overcooked them, because I've never put my king crab claws in the pot to boil them, because I really think that really overcooks them, because it was hard to get those out of the shell. That's my personal preference, though. I won't be putting them back in the pot. And those are my shrimps. So those are the least time to cook. I put things in order as to how long it takes to cook things. And I actually I did that backwards. I should have put my shrimps in before I put my crab claws in. I wasn't thinking. That's what I should have done. So I'm going to cover that up. And here I got my son-in-law to dump it. And y'all don't mind the glove, because trust me, those gloves get used. They get used. I've had them for years. They get used. So don't mind the gloves, y'all. Don't mind the gloves. Them are cooking gloves. One of them is actually burnt. But it's okay. It's okay. Now I'm going to cook the scallops. You don't put the scallops in the water. You This is how I do mine. I got my garlic and my butter. And I do have my seafood seasoning on these right here. So I like to cook my scallops on the stove. Kind of sear them on the stove. You gotta cook them puppies on the stove. Get that caramelized on the outside of them. Yeah. You can tell when they get done, they get more firmer. And that right there is hot butter sauce I'm pouring on them. And something else in there. What else I have in there? Oh, and some more seasoning. Some more of that seafood seasoning. And so, the next video will be the sit down of all of this coming together. The seafood boil with the seafood sauce. And I made some hot butter sauce too. So, let me add that in here. Okay, so I had to freshly squeeze some lemon to get my lemon juice for this hot butter sauce, which is how I used to always eat my crab claws with this particular sauce. It's the hot butter sauce with lemon juice rather. And it's very, very simple to make. So I tell you, these lemons I bought, they have so much seeds in them. So much seeds. Oh, that's some good lemon juice right there. Some good lemon juice. And those lemons were really juicy. Really juicy. Okay, your next step is melting your butter. I used a lot of butter today. A lot of butter. Goodness. Okay, now you have your butter melted. Now you're going to combine both ingredients. You're going to combine the lemon juice with the butter. Really, you can just take it off the stove right now. And you're good. So, I'm just letting the remainder of that butter melt. And there you go. Your hot butter lemon sauce. That's it. That is it. Okay, next video will be the sit down.